Eats it inside.
I got kidnapped by a person wanting to treat me to a meal.
So you can eat it, got it back, okay?
Is it? I can finish it all.
Oh, cool. You know what?
Something a little unexpected in the beginning, I guess. It's kind of weird because you're just walking, all of a sudden this guy's sitting in the car like, hey, get in! Like, obviously I knew the person, but still. One theory, a person told me why they take those stones, and it looks like they're eating it because they're sharpening their teeth with it. Would that make sense? I think most of the stuff I read today were all hardware related, and specifically the companies using crowdfunding sources to do it. I guess the first one is apparently there's going to be an anamorphic lens released for the Mavic 2 series by Moment. They basically release a lot of anamorphic lens for things like iPhones and stuff like that. Apparently this one's called the Moment Air. For those who don't know, an anamorphic lens basically allows you to shoot in a very wide angle, kind of like what you would see in movies and professional cameras. So they kind of give a little example of the difference between using an anamorphic lens and not in terms of the drones. So apparently this is one of the first of its kind, I guess, for drones in general, which is kind of cool. Because in my opinion, the wider the better in a lot of cases, unless you're going really close for portrait type of shots. And for the price of this lens, it seems like you can fund it for about $199 US at the moment, and the retail price would be $299. Kind of reminds me of most cameras. Like, you can buy the body, which may cost like, $1,000 to $2,000. Then the lens could cost like $2,000 to $3,000 on its own. I guess it just depends on what you want to shoot. Do you want to look more cinematic, so to speak? Because this is one of the ways to actually do it, I suppose. How they describe it in their pitch, it says, over the last 5 years, we have made our camera phones better with lenses, cases, and camera straps. We want to do the same for our drones. In our exploration of how to make drones better, we realized that shooting anamorphic video was expensive. The filters weren't sharp enough, phone cases don't fit the controller, no one wears drone backpacks, and helipads weren't mobile enough. We decided to fix all that with a Moment Air. 5 years in making this takes everything we have learned and brings it to drones. Drone filmmaking will never be the same. Would you actually get something like this? For the price, you could also get like a full set of polarized filters and stuff too, but it really depends on what you want to film and all that. But what it made me think of, because this is a successful company, basically, again, they make lens for the cameras and stuff like that, and it makes me wonder how many companies nowadays use crowdfunding more as advertising as opposed to being like, say, a company where you don't really have the funds, the exposure, so you need public assistance. Like, even Canon is apparently using crowdfunding for their camera, the Canon IVY REC. Some of you may remember when I was looking for a new camera afterwards for a replacement, I was saying we should wait for the camera show to see what's new. And then there was this small Canon camera that might be something that would be a good alternative. Well, apparently this is the camera. It's apparently waterproof, shockproof, and has wireless connectivity. And they're basically using Indiegogo to fund this thing. I'm like, really? A huge company like Canon using Indiegogo? I believe this thing only shoots 1080p, but it's meant, I guess, more for mobile shooters doing action types of shots, not basically something for a super professional photography. But again, it's just kind of weird when companies like this use crowdfunding for this. You're kidding me. It's starting to rain now. Then again, it was cloudy all day. Huh, I guess it's the archive for today. Alright, see you guys later.